Oh, you thought you was a star. You thought you were famous.
Right.
Until you went to China with Kobe.
Man. Oh, man.
And nobody gave a about you.
Message.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best basketball show on YouTube. It's your boy Tyler Rose from Tyler Rose TV. Hit that subscribe if you're new. Richard Paul, the Clutch Sports freaking head honcho, is always talking about Kobe. This man lives to talk about Kobe, to slander Kobe any way he can. Richard Paul, Rich Paul of Clutch Sports, is again on his podcast with Max Kellerman, and he said, you know what? I got something to say negative about Kobe today, because I always got something up my sleeve about Kobe or Jordan, and it just never stops. Like we never can not hear about something negative regarding those two guys. I'm just saying. So this video is interesting. Now I get the point, and I would say if it wasn't coming from Richard Paul, I might have a different opinion. But the messenger sometimes becomes a common denominator. And that common denominator comes off like a common hater. So if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe, hit the bell. Let's get into this video and let's run this clip. You're going to get into my take.
You thought you was a star. You thought you were famous.
Right.
Until you went to China with Kobe.
Man. Oh, man.
And nobody gave a fuck about you.
If you talk about celebrity, Iverson's coming in 3 in that.
No,
three.
he's not.
He
You
is.
gotta be.
So right now they're talking about Shaq and Kobe. Max Kellerman is saying Shaq and Kobe are 1 and 2 or 2 and 1 or whatever the case may be. Flip them around at their height. And Rich Paul is saying absolutely not. Iverson's 1.
Out of your mind. There's no
two
chance.
Biggest names
Max.
were Shaq and Kobe.
No,
Iverson's
Max.
in that category. He was bigger than Duncan in terms
Max,
of fame.
who did people rather be like? Kobe or Allen Iverson?
Not the point.
It is the point.
It's not.
Name one person that they wanted to dress like outside of Allen Iverson. Name one person outside of Michael Jordan whose name was mentioned in
So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to break this down for you guys to understand, right? Think about this for a second. Cultural impact, icon, fashion, merging hip hop together with the NBA. That's what Allen Iverson did. So in that regard, especially in the inner cities, as you want to say, maybe call it the hood, the ghetto, young, people who are, they looked at this person and he was really authentically himself. And that resonated with a lot of people in America. People think America is the world. The world is a much bigger place. And unfortunately, it makes me upset just because I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan. And when I was younger, I was a bigger Allen Iverson fan than Kobe fan. So I understand what Rich Paul is saying. And I'm not taking away how important Allen Iverson is to what the hip hop culture was in the 2000s. And I mean, let's face it, the dress code in the NBA from David Stern came down probably because of Allen Iverson. He was the kind of the first guy to bring baggy clothes, to tattoos. And I get it, but that's fashion and that's, culture when it comes to rap, hip hop, all that stuff. But that doesn't mean that globally you're on the same level. Let me get back to the video.
Streets harder, but globally, Shaq and Kobe
Okay,
were bigger.
he had white America wearing cornrows and headbands.
Globally, he just wasn't.
Kobe's celebrity was like Michael Jackson about to go on tour back in the day. I mean, a girl fainted right in front of us trying to get to Kobe.
It's a bit overwhelming and a little bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. I'm just trying to blend in and, duck my head down as I'm just, want to be part of the mix. But,
So that's the point I'm really trying to get at and hit home. I just think you have to separate big in the culture, because you think about big in the culture and you look at it from the lens of you being an inner city kid and maybe from the hood or like listening to hip hop and think that, okay, he was bigger in that sense. But listen, overall impact wise, bro, Kobe is way bigger than AI. And if you're talking in just fashion and influence and hip hop emerging, then that's totally two different things, bro. You have to be specific about what you're trying to say. Like Kobe had commercials on TV when Iverson was pretty much done. Like Iverson's career was pretty much over after 09, 08, 09. And Kobe had commercials with him and LeBron. Like, you're talking about who was big. Allen Iverson is one of my favorite players. But at the height, Kobe is definitely bigger. Way bigger. And even Shaq. Shaq was in Kazam. He sold him. He went platinum selling records. Dog, I understand how big the culture is to some people, especially black folks, in rap and hip hop, and I get it. Like, he was huge and he meant a lot. Symbolism. Like, you watch the guy, like, he looked like me. He got the braids and tattoos and baggy clothes. But bro, think about globally, movies, TV, commercials. Iverson wasn't really the guy that you could put on a commercial because of the fact that his history, because of the fact that the NBA didn't really care for him, because what he represent, the dress code, all that. Like, Iverson was more hip hop. David Stern didn't like that. He wasn't the easy sell, and this is no diss to him, but he wasn't the easy sell to corporate America, like Kobe and like Shaq. A little bit easier, a little bit more clean cut. Obviously, the Colorado thing hurt Kobe, but even after that, like I said, you got the commercials with Kobe, with Braun, the little puppets. Like, come on, man. Kobe at his height, bro. When Kobe got Paul and he won those 2 rings, and he got 5 rings, bro. That height of Kobe was nothing close to what Allen Iverson could ever say he witnessed or he felt at that stage in his career. Like, that was like on top of the world. We watched Allen Iverson play in the 2000s in the same era as Kobe. Now, what we can say is that jersey sales, when it comes to popularity, I looked it up, and Kobe is above Allen Iverson jersey sales. And this is while they were playing, from what I've seen. But I understand the Rich Paul perspective. We looked at Allen Iverson. When I say we, I mean I looked at him as somebody that was like somebody that represented that hip hop world. And as a young kid growing up listening to hip hop and being a part of the culture of that, inner city, playing basketball, I wanted to be like Allen Iverson. So I did want to be like AI more than I wanted to be like Kobe as a kid. I wanted to wear, I had a sleeve, my hair was braided. If I feel like finding a picture, I'll put a picture of me as a kid. I looked like a little Bow Wow Allen Iverson type of kid. But that was because that's what I was consumed to see. And Allen Iverson just represented that. But like I said, America is not the world. China is huge. Like, if you're big in China, you make a lot of money. Like, look at Klay Thompson, look at Kyrie Irving. Their shoe is a Chinese shoe. They go on these tours to China. People lay outside waiting to get a glimpse, to get the shoes. China is a huge market. Nobody has a bigger impact in China than Kobe. I think even T-Mac said it. He said, we went out there before with Kobe, and they were like going nuts about Kobe. He was like, man, I thought I was big. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was big until he was there. And that's what I mean by global. So think about this. You're a three-peat. You win the three-peat. You win back-to-back, right? So as Allen Iverson's career is kind of finishing off, think about this. AI is pretty much done in 2010. Kobe is went back-to-back in 2009, 2010. Iverson was pretty much done. Grizzlies went back to the Sixers. He's done. Kobe is still elevating his career as Allen Iverson is done. So, yeah, we'll put it like this. Iverson's height of his career he was huge and he was popular, but it was more so, I would say, in the States and within, majority black folks and people who are into the hip hop culture. And it's people who knew about Allen Iverson, and he was exciting to watch. He's quick crossover. Like, I'm not taking away. Like, Allen Iverson is an icon in hip hop and basketball in the same time, and he's a cultural, changed the game as far as style wise, as far as being a guard, like, leading, being a guard and scoring. Like, go look at in the 90s. I think he was the only point guard that averaged 20 plus points. Don't quote me on it, but I think I've seen that at one point. So Allen Iverson was the workhorse. He carried the workload as a guard. So he definitely set trends. And I'm not gonna take away from Allen Iverson. That's one of my favorite players. I'm not gonna do it. But like I said, the world is bigger than the USA. And I think when you get to that global stage, when you think about the different countries, I think Kobe's impact was bigger. And I think AI's impact was bigger in the inner city and, at his height, movies, shows, things of that nature. Allen Iverson had a lot of that, style and like flashy and like the cool thing. He had the cool it factor that, I'm not saying Kobe didn't. I don't know. Kobe dropped the rap album. Kobe had a song with Brian McKnight. Kobe had a song with Destiny's Child, Beyonce. Kobe had a song with 50 Cent. I think 50 Cent wrote something for him. Like, Kobe tried to do the hip hop stuff too. He just realized like, okay, I did it, but I'm still gonna be focused on basketball. You know, so I know Allen Iverson got slack for having a hip hop album and a rap album. I think David Stern like made him like shut it down because he was kind of a little bit. It was real like, you know, it was real aggressively vulgar at the time, and you know, David Stern was not fond of that. So what I'm saying is that Kobe did some things for the culture as well. But if we're gonna put up everything in together, I think that Kobe's global fame around the country, around the world, is a little bit bigger at the height. And I'm not taking nothing away from AI, because AI is like one of those ones, man. And no disrespect to him at all, because I love AI, bro. I absolutely love AI. I love Kobe, Melo, my favorite players right there. D Rose, those are my favorite players. AI, Melo, Kobe, D Rose, my favorite players growing up. Okay, taking nothing away from AI. More so on Rich Paul continuing to talk negatively or bring up something that's not shedding a light on somebody. And think about this: the man's not here to defend himself, and it's not like he's not really disrespecting him. And I don't want to be like mad dramatic with this video, like, oh, he's disrespecting. He's not disrespecting Kobe, because I get his point. But it just, like I said, it's always Rich Paul and it's always Kobe and Jordan, who a comment or subject is brought up, it just seems like there's a negative outlook or perspective that's being shared rather than a positive one. And I'll leave it at that, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.